Okay, hello, it's your boy. So, I get emailed just random speedrunning games as part of some email distribution list someone put me on years ago after SGDQ 2017. Anyway, long story, I got sent this game called Stuntboost, and I'm showing you the trailer right now for context because I know that none of you have probably ever heard of this game because I hadn't heard of it before it got emailed to me. But I was sent the beta to participate in for free, so product received for free and all that. And I did some speedrunning of those levels. You can see from the trailer the game is sort of marketed as like a speedrunning momentum game, so perfect for my whole thing. And it's kind of in first person, so that's also my whole thing. Anyway, here's level 1. You can see I sort of start off by like cutting a bit of a corner, and then the whole level tries to bring you around town here, but you can sort of cut the corner here and then take a little ramp off of that skateboard. And those are the sort of shortcuts that are littered throughout it. This got me like, I don't know, 10 out of the 30 people who had participated in the beta, so it's not a great speedrun, but I thought it was cool. Level 2 starts to introduce like the momentum mechanics, so you can hold shift to zoom downwards, and that is used to gain momentum for going therefore up hills. So with really careful management of your momentum, you can make it all the way up here without having to do a bunch of back and forths to gain even more speed. But that whole momentum mechanic is really cool. This level is solved. This is level 3. And by turning around the instant you hit the speed boost on the ground and just beelining it straight for the end, you can tie everyone else. And it seems like we've all achieved the same time, so this level is probably solved, but we'll see what happens when the game actually releases. This level is completely unsolved, or maybe someone has solved it, but I certainly haven't. There are people who have like 5 seconds better time than me, and I don't know what they did, because you can see, I'm basically just doing the casual route. I'm going around normally. There's even a clip in the trailer of the person who made the trailer just like flying off of the starting ramp. I don't know how they did that. So, I don't know, level 4, I kind of beefed it here, but that's my best time I could get. So if you want to go try to beat it when the game comes out, go ahead. Level 5 is an interesting mechanic show off here. You can hit a checkpoint, and then if you refresh the checkpoint, like it'll save the time when you hit the checkpoint. It will also save your momentum, so you can kind of just grind from that checkpoint going forward. So I actually do that here. Yeah, I just did a bit of a fade because I was grinding for so long. But now what you can see is my sort of finished part of this attempt, where I go all the way down and fly into this final checkpoint. So that's level 5. There's 12 levels total in this beta, and then presumably there will be more when the game actually releases. This is another level where I actually did a pretty nice little shortcut. You cut that corner there and then fly straight into the checkpoint again. Again, I'm holding shift there to actually make sure I fall down in midair and hit the checkpoint. That whole shift mechanic is pretty cool. Here's a casual version of this level for reference. I wanted to give you reference of like, what does this game look like the first time you play it? The first time you play it, you know, you're going around, you are flying through the air, using shift to hit the ground sooner, and then maybe you're using the speed boosts effectively, and I sort of beef it at the end, but you kind of get the point of a fast version versus a slow version of the level. So the shortcuts are pretty cool, and it's interesting how you can use the speed boost to completely reverse your momentum in some cases. I like that a lot about the momentum system in this game. We're about to fade to level 7 now. This is one where, again, the momentum system, you can see how it can be almost abused a little bit. You can basically completely 180 here, and that saves you from having to go down and around. It's interesting, once you get speed, the only way to lose it is to go uphill. So you can take some pretty sharp turns, and you can still keep all your speed. You can't fully 180, like you can't jump 180 and then be going the same speed in the opposite direction, but as long as you don't leave the ground, you can be going pretty fast. Here is an example of the new eyeball mechanic they introduced in level 8, where you have to look at an eyeball to trigger something. So in this case, I'm hitting the eyeballs as quickly as possible and then holding shift to hit the ground so I can get more speed. And then I actually get so much speed on this last ramp that I go right over the eyeball, right coming up here. And I don't know if this was fast. I think it probably was fast, but whatever. It was fun. I kept it. You also see that I collected one of the hidden VHS videotapes. There's one hidden in every level. And I think that's sort of fun for like a platforming game like this, is to look for those VHS tapes. So I'll show off one other VHS tape that I think is cleverly hidden, but I don't want to spoil it for you, so I won't show all of them. Here's another example of me abusing the checkpoint mechanic to grab this checkpoint, refresh, and then sort of do the rest of the level mostly intentionally. It's interesting because this level in the trailer also has a shortcut shown, but I think the way I do it is faster. So I shortcutted the shortcut, it seems. Bit of a corner cut here. You can see the coyote time. You can sort of fall off of the ground and still fly for a little bit. Here's actually an embarrassing example of, I didn't watch the trailer before I played the game, and the trailer shows a better shortcut than what I'm about to do. You can see I sort of cut the corner here and go over. You can go under, and it's faster, and the trailer does it, and it's pretty embarrassing. I didn't even look, but c'est la vie. I've already recorded, the whole video, and I don't want to re-record, so we're gonna let it roll. And now here's a good example of, like, some of these levels are totally solved, or you're fighting for milliseconds. This level, you can see I'm pretty far behind myself, and like, I don't know, this level was hard for me to optimize. You're trying to balance getting enough speed to even hit this checkpoint and hit it quickly, but you don't want to spend too much time in the air because that's slow too. So I found this level tricky, and it's probably a good example of how you can really optimize this game and the sort of highest level once the levels get trickier and such. I left in a failed attempt here so you get the gist of this level, but you're trying to get enough speed to go over the rolling wheel here, and then I do so and just beeline into the checkpoint. So yeah, we're coming to the end of the video here. I figured that's the last level in the beta, but I did want to show you a kind of a cool hidden collectible, and it also shows off really well how strange and interesting and fun this momentum system is. I really do think they've got a really solid gameplay foundation here, but the interesting thing is that shift is basically free speed that you can gain by going downwards, and if you have a ramp like this or a half pipe, you can gain basically infinite speed. So I used that to launch myself into this bucket, and I had a sneaking suspicion that a VHS tape would be in here, and indeed it was. So yeah, that's about it for Stunt Boost. If you want to wishlist it on Steam, I'm going to leave a link to that. Again, I wasn't sponsored, but the game was received for free, so I genuinely did enjoy this beta. I don't know if it's going to be available like as a demo for you to download, but you should definitely take a look at the Steam page if this seems up your alley. If you like skateboarding games or first-person platformers, like I assume a lot of you do, then you're going to like Stunt Boost. Anyway, that's it for me. Kind of a random upload, but hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.